Hi, everyone. Thanks so much for attending this event. I'm so glad that you're here. I think most of you by now would have guessed that the secret to start a company is to have your name as Swaathi, right? No, that's not it. I'm just going to take you through my journey. I wanted to tell basically my story and maybe inspire people to start their own companies in the future, right? I've titled this talk a Wonky journey because I'm sure that is the story of every single entrepreneur. There's a lot of famous stories out there that overnight success, midnight success, I did this, and I became $1 million. Unfortunately, that's not the truth. If it was, we would have 1 million entrepreneurs by now, right? So my journey is filled with bursts of energy, failures, lots of them, and successes. Multiple successes, right? Because success is not a goal or a place that you reach. It's a constant work, right? All right, so I'm going to start. I'm just going to basically take you through 6 mini stories that I've learned that have happened to me over the past couple of years that I've run my organization. Okay? So we're called Script. We're a global technology consulting company, and we collaborate with ambitious brands and people. Our core of what we are is people and technology, right? We build great things, we work with great people, and we just enjoy ourselves. You can see here that where most people would have just added like their logo, their brand name, things like this, I've actually chosen to add my team here because that's just who we are. Script and me, right? We've been here for about 7 years on planet Earth. We're a cozy company of 17 people. It's crazy to me when I say this. Here we are. Our culture is trust and responsibility. We take that very, very seriously. Our initial investment was $220. What is that? $220, $220 million, 220,000 rupees? What is it? To be really honest, it's 220 rupees. The day that we started this, we were all, me and my co-founders, were all college students. It's crazy, the journey that we've taken, and it's amazing to actually be here and still talk about it, right? What we believe in is intelligence through design. We not only love tech, but we love building great design and adding to it. And finally, we love Pani Puri. There is not a day previous to the pandemic that we've gone without eating Pani Puri. We absolutely love it. Okay, so I've heard a lot of people come to me and say, hey, I have this great idea. It's really secretive. I'm not going to talk about it. I don't want people to steal my idea. I'm going to start this a month from now when I get investment, when I find my CTO, when I build my team. You've got it all wrong. Today is the day, right? Most often than not, the life of an entrepreneur is not the idea, is not where they've come out from. It's more of a personal journey than an external one, right? No matter what's stopping you, keep that away. You do not know the future. You don't know what's going to happen in an hour from now. Just believe that today is the day and go for it, right? If someone had asked me sitting here now, would I recommend this journey to anyone? I would tell them no, please. Don't become an entrepreneur just because it's fancy, right? But if you're going to come back to me and say, no, I believe this is right for me, that's when I'll start supporting you, right? The life of an entrepreneur is, you will never know when is the right time to start. Just believe in yourself and just figure out that today is the day. Whatever you do, do it today. Another thing that I've learned is to keep learning and teaching, right? Don't ever be stagnant, right? You might have a great idea right now. You might think, you know what, I'm going to build something in blockchain and AI because that's the new thing and that's what everyone's going to love. A day from now, that might not be the truth, right? So the only thing that I would suggest future entrepreneurs is to keep learning, right? Figure out what you're good at, what you're bad at, and keep making yourself better, right? In the space that we're in right now, right? We're all tech forward, right? I'm sure a lot of us here are developers, are data analysts, things like this. When it comes to starting a company, unfortunately, that's not the only skill that you need, right? There's a lot of complementary skills. There's marketing, there's sales, there's culture, there's people. Because at the core of any company is people and how you treat them. So keep learning those skills and keep teaching it back. That takes me to my second point, improve your non-core skills, right? Your idea may be one small thing, right? Or a big thing, whatever, right? It could be a mobile app, it could be a web app, it could be something that helps people, whatever it is. But the only thing that's actually going to help it move, help it actually blossom into a huge company out there is how do you talk to people? How do you show customers, or how do you convince customers that this is the right thing to buy? And with that, it comes your first non-core skill, sales, right? It's incredibly important. You might not get it at the first time that you do this, but keep researching, keep learning about your customers, keep figuring out, keep learning what is out there, and bring that into your company, bring that into your people, and bring that into your product. Another core skill, non-core skill that people often overlook is marketing, right? A lot of us think that it's just sales. I'm going to take this product and sell it to people, and there's that. I'm going to make my money. People often tend to forget there's just this brilliant thing called inbound sales, right? Sales that happen when you're asleep. And how does that happen? That sounds like magic. I would love to just sleep all day and make some money, like roll in some money, right? That comes with you building a brand, investing in marketing, right? Showing the world out there what you do in a very simple, attractive, and honest way, right? Make sure you got those two skills down. And the third skill is to build an amazing culture, right? You're not going to succeed with just one person. Most of the companies out there have a team of co-founders. As you grow, you're going to hire more people, you're going to build a team, right? The most important thing to any business at its core is its people. And it boils down to how you treat them and how you build a culture that allows you to grow, bring in new ideas, build a culture where there's no judgment and there's always pushing people forward, right? That's an incredibly important skill as an entrepreneur. And I hope you pick that up in your journey. All right. The fourth skill that I've learned is you will fail. No matter how much you prepare for, no matter how much you say, at this point of time, I'm going to hit these many customers, I'm going to make this amount of money. It's not going to happen, guys. I'm so sorry to tell you this. If you are thinking of becoming an entrepreneur, it's not a single path journey. It's not a straight path. You will fail. The easiest way to realize this is to accept it, right? It's completely fine. We're going to fail. The most important thing is that you get back up again, figure out what is the next best thing to do, and keep moving forward. There's a hugely important concept in the life of an entrepreneur called pivoting, right? You need to figure out at what point of time, whatever you're doing is working or not. Have certain metrics that you've put up. Let it be the number of users that you have, let it be the amount of reach that you're doing, whatever it is, put some metrics that will help you guide you along your path. And when one or all of those metrics fail, you know that it's time to pivot. You've not failed, but it's just that your product or your idea has failed. And that's completely fine. What you've learned is invaluable. So be okay with that and accept that it's going to happen. It's inevitable. All right. The next big thing is, yes, you've accepted that you failed, but do not let it go, right? Do not accept it as your one single journey and that's it. I'm not going to do anything. No. Just keep believing, keep trusting, figure out what to do next, right? The journey of your company is often very, very personal, right? It boils down to what you are or who you are as a human being, and it's a reflection of that. So it's completely fine if something fails. Keep believing, keep pushing yourself, and just take the next best thing, right? All right. The final thing that I've learned is no matter how much we prepare for, it's not going to be enough, right? There's always something that's unpredictable. The most easiest example is what we're living in right now. Who would have thought that someone who wanted to have a bat for breakfast would cause such a disruption to the entire world? That's just life, and that's just being an entrepreneur, right? Only change is constant. Be always prepared. Keep your mind very clean, very open to change, and accept it. Only change is constant. Right? All right. Well, those were my 6 lessons that I've learned in my huge journey of being an entrepreneur. At this point of time, if you've got any questions, I'd love to answer them. We've got about 5 minutes left. I would love to just hear your thoughts. I would love to help you out in your journey as well as an entrepreneur. If you've got any questions, please let me know. Yeah. All right. So if you want a little bit of a background of what we do, we're a global technology company. What we do is act almost as an R&D for major enterprises across the world. What we do is basically go in there, go into an enterprise, figure out what they're missing, how can we complement that with technology, and then bring it forward, right? We're completely technology agnostic. We're not a mobile shop, a dev shop. No, we're not that. What we do is basically figure out what could be best done and actually go ahead and implement that. This largely comes from our background, right? Our background is completely in tech. We were probably the worst 3 co-founders to start this company because we were all from a technical background. But we picked it up along the way. We figured out what to do next and finally made this journey possible. Yeah. All right, then. Well, I hope you guys have picked up something from my talk and all the talks that we've had before. Feel free to reach out to us on our social media channels, and I look forward to syncing up with you guys. All right, thanks so much. Have a good day. Bye-bye.